was in November or December, maybe. Let's give it a watch. I'm telling you, Donald Trump, with 100% accuracy, in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, lest I get shadow banned or my page is completely taken away, has won single-handedly the presidency of the United States of America in the biggest landslide victory in the history. I'm not working. I'm not threatened. I don't have basketball-sized ulcers. I'm not going to lose.
Let's see if I can Dick Hardenly. Let's see if I can Dick Hardenly beat these people like I did last night.
January the 20th, I'm telling you, I'll be winner, chicken dinner. This dude is so fucking cringy. Honestly, does this guy do anything that's not cringy shit? Like, I just like, oh God, you know that feeling in the pit of your stomach? Like, oh, did he just say that? Did he really just say winner, winner, chicken dinner, ding, 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 unironically? And claim that Biden did not win and Trump did win? This must have been after the election. That's terrible, dude. That is really fucking bad. That's an embarrassment. So let's watch the next one. Again, this video was after the election, before January 20th when Biden was inaugurated. Let's give it a watch. And I'm telling you right now, with all of my soul, with all my heart, I've not lost one moment's sleep over what's going to happen on the 6th, on what's going to happen. Did he really just say winner, winner, chicken dinner, ding, 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 unironically? And claim that Biden did not win and Trump did win?
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
That's terrible, dude. That is really fucking bad. That's an embarrassment.
Winner, winner,
so
chicken dinner.
Let's watch the next one. Again, this video was after the election, before January 20th when Biden was inaugurated. Let's give a watch. And I'm telling you right now, with all of my soul, with all my heart, I've not lost one moment's sleep over what's going to happen on the 6th, on what's going to happen on the 20th. Okay, so he's talking about what's going to happen on January 6th. This must have been after December 14th because in the 2020 election, it was obvious that Trump lost. It was obvious. Everybody knew at a certain point. Say November 10th, November 12th. Everybody knew Trump lost. Everybody of sound mind, at least. So Trump moves the goalpost. Trump says December 14th, I think, was his next day. That's when all the states had to certify their results. So December 14th was the day that Trump was waiting for to see if anybody would reverse it and name him the winner. December 14th comes and goes. All the states certify Biden is the winner. So the next date that Trump set for all of his supporters to watch for was January 6th. So this video must have come out between December 15th and January 5th. He's talking about January 6th. Let's continue listening. On the 20th, I'm telling you, church, we got this thing in the bag. I declare unto you that God Almighty is about to get glory. He's about to show up. He's about to step off his throne. He's about to do something in this nation that's going to be so glorious, so supernatural, so extraordinary that can't nobody get the glory except God. If you believe that, give him some praise under this tent. Yes. That's so sad, man. This guy is speaking. Praise under this tent. Yes. That's so sad, man. This guy is speaking with the authority of a pastor, the authority of a religious leader, telling people God is going to move in this country. God is going to declare Trump the winner. That's what he's saying, with authority, that's what's going to happen. And believing it. It's really fucking sad. This next one is, I believe, also before January 20th. So let's give this next one a watch and see what he said. President-elect my hind leg. That's the dumbest thing. That made that nonsense up. Ain't no such thing as president-elect. What? Didn't Trump call himself president-elect originally? He did. He called himself president-elect. This is not a new thing. President-elect has existed since the beginning of this country, basically. As many presidents as I can remember. But they will fabricate anything to justify their delusions. Anything. That is stupid. Donald Trump is the president and will be the president for the next 4 years. And if that upsets you, then when we probably can slip out because you walked into the wrong house tonight, okay? I'm telling you, that is ridiculous. Okay. Well, here we are, months and months later. Did it happen? Of course not. Trump was removed from the presidency. Biden was rightfully inaugurated as the rightful president. And this guy is still living in a fucking delusion.
I'm gonna let my hind leg. That guy is never going to be the president of the United States. Okay? I'm telling you, God's about to do something, folks.
Like I said, he wrote some checks with his mouth that he couldn't cash. So this video is from April 16th. Those were his claims before the inauguration. Here we are.
Good, I got rid of one of those fucking bitches.
I did predict, and I did say that Donald Trump was going to win the presidency of the United States, okay?
And you couldn't cash that check, could you?
Did say that. I know, Right Wing Watch, they'll have this up tonight. That's cool.
Guess where I got this from? I got this clip from Right Wing Watch, this specific clip. Right Wing Watch is an awesome organization. You guys should definitely follow their Twitter account and their website. Really, really interesting stuff. They follow really crazy pastors. Definitely worth the watch, but let's keep watching.
That's all right. He's your president too, Jack. Okay, he's your president too. But
No, he's not. He's not anybody's president. He's not the president at all.
Nonetheless, I made the statement that Donald Trump was going to win, right? 100%. I kept saying, yes, he is going to remain in the White House. So everybody said, oh my goodness, he didn't do it. He's a false prophet. Now, it's his own.
Oh my goodness, he didn't do it. He's a false prophet. Yeah, I feel that that's pretty solid. That's pretty solid logic. Anybody who claimed that God told them that Trump was going to be the president for another 4 years is a false prophet. Now, whether this guy likes it or not, he did say that. He spoke that way with pastoral authority. He said Trump was going to be the president, and he knew that he was, and God told him that he was going to make things happen. He was going to make things move. That's what he said. Now, you can try to backtrack and pretend you didn't say all that stuff, but video recording exists. Greg Locke actually did try to backtrack and say, I didn't say with divine authority, I didn't say that God told me that I was going to be the president for another 4 years. I just said that's my opinion. It's bullshit, man. We just watched him talk with divine authority and say that Trump was going to be president for another 4 years. And if you don't believe that, then you're crazy or something like that. We just sat here and listened to it. I mean, the guy's completely full. You can try to deny that all you want, but the internet exists, unfortunately for you. Let's keep listening.
if I predict that your team is going to win,
Oh, that girl smells like spit there.
but the opponent brings it to your house in the middle of the night, that don't mean
What?
Okay, interesting analogy. So, if I'm following the dots correctly, the analogy he's laying out for us basically means Trump won with flying colors, hands down, no question, in anybody's mind in the entire world. Everybody knows that he won because he won Georgia, and he won Virginia, and he won New York, and California, and Texas, and all of them, right? Trump won all of those states. Everybody saw it happen. And then, out of the blue, right when Trump is about to get inaugurated, he's walking up to the steps with the Bible and the Supreme Court justices there. And Biden runs up and knocks him over, puts his hand on the Bible, and says, I swear I'm the president. And that's it. Suddenly Biden is the president. That would be the equivalent of the analogy that you're giving us. That's not what happened. What happened was, we watched votes count up in Biden's favor. We did recount after recount after recount in multiple states, Wisconsin and Georgia being the two primary states where recounts took place, at Trump's request. And guess what? Biden still fucking won. He still fucking won. It wasn't like Trump won, hands down, no question about it, and then Biden pushed Trump over on Inauguration Day and put his hand on the Bible instead. That's not how this played out. Biden won enough electoral votes to become president, period. I know that's not a comfortable fact for Greg Locke. That's just what it is, man.
steals the trophy. That ain't on me. That don't make me false. That makes them liars and crooks. Amen. That's what that makes them.
this is Greg Locke's method of avoiding disgusting embarrassment. There have been a lot of pastors over the past months who claimed that Trump was going to win. And when Trump didn't win, they had to come up with explanations for why he didn't win. Robin Bullock said Trump won, but he has to want to be president. If Trump walked into the White House and took command, God would supernaturally. That's what he said, quote unquote.
Stupid.
Walk in and take command, and God will back him up, and that's all there is.
Yes, which piece you want to lose. Either you're a whore or you're a virgin.
I thought that was a
ain't no way around it.
To cover up the mistake you made. I thought it was a clever one. Certainly more clever than Johnny Enlow's cover-up, which was claiming that Trump actually was inaugurated as the president of the country. And so we have a public president of a corporation, which is Biden, and we have a private president of the actual U.S. government, which is Trump. They control different things, and this is better for Trump because he's not in the public eye. Just complete fucking nonsense, honestly. Complete nonsense. But this is an interesting one. This guy, Greg Locke, I guess he decided to go with Trump won, hands down, no question, and Biden just stole the trophy from him. These people live in a fucking delusion. I honestly don't know what it's going to take to pull them out of it. There's more, though. That's not where Greg Locke stopped. Let's keep listening. This is a new clip just came out. I just wanted to give you guys a little taste of the kind of shit that Greg Locke is talking about now.
You're in charge. I'm telling you. What God's looking for are people in the middle. People online. That he wants to put in charge of some stuff.
With the first bag, it was not easy to determine.
There's no reason the Church of the Living God and the Kingdom of Jesus Christ should not be this nation.
Okay, first of all, that's pretty fucking disturbing. It's disturbing how he's saying it. It's disturbing how he's lit. Look at the light shining down on him like that. It's really disturbing, generally speaking. And what's even more disturbing than that is what he's saying. He's saying he wants this country to be the Christian version of ISIS, basically. He wants this country to be the Christian Saudi Arabia. How can anybody justify something like that in their minds? Honestly. How can anybody justify that? That's fucking disturbing. Let's keep listening.
This nation.
At the autopsy is where
the Bible says that the kingdom of God suffered violence, and those that truly follow Jesus Christ take it by force.
That's calling for violence. That's exactly what's happening here. That's where Greg Locke and I part ways. People talk about two extremes of the spectrum, right? We've got an extreme evangelical religious right pastor here, and we have an atheist. From one perspective, we are two ends of the spectrum. But that is where Greg Locke and I part ways. I do not believe in violence to accomplish my goals. I do not believe in an ends justify the means mentality. I do not believe that it's okay to hurt people or to lie or manipulate or steal or cheat to accomplish my goals. That is where we part ways. Even if Greg Locke was on my side, even if Greg Locke agreed with me and was fighting for my liberal causes, my beliefs, my ideals, I wouldn't want somebody like this on my side, because he believes in extremism and violence. This is a fundamental difference between atheist activists, my fellow YouTubers, Mr. Atheist, Godless Engineer, Shannon Q, Paulogia, Saris, all of them. This is the difference between us and the religious hard right, like Greg Locke. He is willing to do anything to accomplish his goals. And we have morals. We refuse to stoop to a certain level in our acting. That's the main difference.
The autopsy was complete. We responded over to the home of her estranged husband. We wanted to make contact with him first. We would let him know what we had discovered. The estranged husband's reaction when we told him about the found remains was
This guy's stupid.
there was no reaction one way or another. He did allow us to look into his house. At first, we were apprehensive. And that search didn't.
Man, I'm fucking this guy up.
30 years old. Came in last night due to the pileup off the island. Head injuries. Cracked the 7th and 8th rib, resulting in pulmonary contusion.
With spit, man, she smelled like spit the way she was doing her arm like that.
Yeah, it took a little too long to get to her.
Doctor, the authorities are insisting on
Oh no, hell no, you ain't doing that shit.
Most of their wings have been vacated. Okay,
I'm just besting you badly.
come here with anyone?
It's getting dick hard.
SID. She's in nursing school.
Use the help. Never know.
Now I'm fucking. Now I'm gonna fuck up some of these poems. Fuck no. I ain't accepting your draw. I'm kicking your ass. You dumbass. Let's see where my arms stink. Oh, she's cute. Man, she's got some spit on hers. With her Uzi spit. With normal spit.
Hello? Nurse?
Man, she smells like spit. And she gives me spit effect on.
Hello? Is anyone there?
This is how moon shines. This is how moon shines.
Hello? Hello? Anybody? Hello? I'm still in here.
Spent months looking for a job.
Man, I fucked this guy up.
Help me with that frustration.
Man, it's making my dick hard.
Free personal recruiter. ZipRecruiter sent me great jobs. I applied with a click. Some companies.
Attention, attention. Please proceed with your orderly fashion to the nearest exit. Patients, please wait in your respective rooms as hospital staff will be by momentarily to assist.
Let's see who he is punished for.
This is
Story.
recorded. Message 235. Hello?
Man, he didn't even get a warning. That fucking pissed me off. Man, I fucked that guy up.
This station has interrupted regularly scheduled programming to bring you this emergency message at the request of local, state, and federal authorities. The emergency
To a healthier way of life, or that it will give you more energy to chase your goals, or whatever you want to chase. But not saying that. We can say that Daily Harvest takes care of food, so that food can take care of you. So it's a pretty good place to start. Get started today. DailyHarvest.com.
Finding local pros takes forever. Thumbtack fixed that. It's the app that finds people faster. People to teach your kid ballet or fix your kitchen cabinet. The people who make you smile. Who can cook for a party of 50 and make them dance. Thumbtack instantly finds you pros in your neighborhood and your price range. Ready to help with pretty much anything. Download the app and start your
Son of a
today.
bitch.
Thumbtack.
The Campus KPTV event is here.
the first ever hometown takeover. We're taking on 12 major renovations.
Help one small town build a brighter future.
development in the case, and so we all, tuned in.
My general manager, Mark, at the time had said, you have to get on the news. You have to get on the news now.
Trying to get too close to where he was, but just in the last couple of minutes, police arrested that man and then drove him away.
And what we saw that night was a man being led to a police car, and that man was
exactly who that person was.
Justin Cornell.
We couldn't believe what we were seeing. Justin was escorted to the police car, handcuffed, as they were dragging out numerous black bags from his apartment.
Damn.
Just for evidence, and we were just floored.
The decision was made by Thomas attorneys from the city of Virginia Beach that Justin Cornell should be placed into custody. He was arrested at his house at that time for the murder of Ann Armstrong. The last thing anybody would have ever thought was that somebody else that worked for us would be involved. It was absolute chaos for us all. The demeanor of Justin Cornell, looking back at it, it is kind of odd, because if he had just killed somebody and he consents to be searching his house, he also consented to give me his DNA buccal swab. When searching Justin Cornell's house with the search warrant, we used an item known as luminol, where it fluoresces on the proteins of blood. We sprayed that in his bathroom area. It did fluoresce on the floor, in the seams of the bathtub, and the vent where it meets the floor.
I might be getting an ass fuck. Yep. Damn, I didn't see that. That pisses me off.
It also fluoresced in some parts of the carpet in the hallway. He wasn't even concerned that the items that were discovered in the trash.
That fucking pisses me off.
He merely just explained them away as
Jesus won't forgive me. That's just the name of the tune. Jesus won't forgive me.
Once the arrest was made, I tell you, for this case, and my personal dealings, this case went extremely fast once it got into court.
Our job is to speak for the dead, and we just present the evidence to the courts.
I gotta go shit. I'll be right back. Now I want to read this. I want to read this motherfucker.
The evidence that was received against him was overwhelming. I felt very comfortable with that there was no denying the fact that some awful things were done in his apartment, and that he had in fact dumped her at the location where he had found her. It was just a heinous act which required a lot of work and a lot of time, where he just was dismembering and cutting her up and putting her in trash bags.
Cheered. I was very, very happy and very, very sad that I had to go through seeing what we saw. I think he should
Damn.
go to jail. Prison for life, that's what he needs.
Over the last several years, I've worked numerous homicides by all different aspects: stabbings, strangulations. This particular case is one where the markup on the charts as being an intimate death. Somebody had to look at somebody in the eyes while they're killing them. It's just one of those things which makes you sit up and take notice that you work with these people every day, and you never really know who you're working next to. Here these two people met and lived what everybody thought was a normal life as they could live, worked day in, day out, and ultimately her co-worker killed her.
It's something that you'll never forget. A lot of times we can answer the what and the how. A lot of times, unfortunately, we just don't get the why part, and that's one of the things that we always wish we would know is what they're
stupid.
Theorize and kind of speculate what we believe it is, but obviously for sure we'll never know.
The only thing I can think is maybe if Justin just wanted to kill somebody. It's
was thrilling. They were still getting along okay and everything. No fight they could have gotten into would have led to that unless, this was just something he wanted to do.
For me, the big thing is that the person that was taken from us was a true delight. She was one of the kindest people I've ever known. And I think whenever the world loses somebody like that, it's a loss.
Man, I had 2 queens. Man, that guy was a dummy.
I was here today. I would like to tell her that I love her and that I was so glad I had her in my life.
Brianna is always on our minds. She's with us every day. We think about her all the time.
Stupid!
She was a sweetheart. She comes to this department store,
And it was very different from what she was used to.
she was completely out of her element. My mother had been living there for
Man, this guy was whipping my ass to let me get that damn queen. Stupid! This guy dumb. Best 2 out of 3. Let's have a rematch. Man, I stomped his ass so hard there. He won't be able to walk for 3 threes.
So my mother,
I can't believe he let me get that pawn there and get that queen. I can't believe he was that stupid.
My sister Merritt, and then my brother Chris is the youngest. Doug is my stepfather. He was my mother's third husband.
I can't believe he was that damn stupid.
She was always very, wonderful with young people. She always had high hopes for them, always encouraged them to, do the best that they could and to, reach for the stars.
she was very fun-loving on April Fool's Day. Her and her friends would get together and, they would play pranks on their husbands. They would make a tuna fish sandwich, put toothpaste in it. Hungry? Have a bite of that?
Oh, I fucked up.
My kids even got that from me. You don't realize you learn those things until you actually do them yourself.
My mom loved family, and she just wanted them around all the time.
She always hosted. She was the center of our family. She was the rock of our family.
My mother got a job at the department store nearby. She was definitely working at the store to help my brother get through college.
She was assigned to the shoe department. So she worked part-time. It was a job that she
Damn.
had to, enjoy.
I wasn't worried about her. It was close to home. I just didn't think it was
Damn.
a right fit for her, but she was just doing what she just needed to do.
This was different for her.
I see where he can. Yeah, but I knew that fucking shit.
My mother was a secretary, office manager. First
What?
family-owned
Thank God for that.
They eventually closed. She was always the one in control, in charge, small office. So she comes to this department store and, it's a lot of young kids, a lot of interaction with the public, which she didn't have before. Want to have a little walk around and see how it feels? So it was really, really different for her. It was a different shift in her professional experience.
She did have a large amount of coworkers. It was very different from what she was used to.
My kids always wanted to go see Grammy, so whenever, if they asked, can we go
Get that whore out of here.
to the store?
Ooh, I've checked. They ain't Nate. He's lost that whore. There ain't nothing. He's lost his whore. There ain't a damn thing he can do to save her. That whore is toast. All I get, the best he can do is get a biscuit out of that.
Because she was smart.
I fucked his ass.
She had a lot of experience.
Aha. That's pretty easy. I think I can do.
Man, you talking about an ass spanking?
Yeah, it's the right size.
Yeah, it was excellent with the customer.
Man, I fucked that ass.
Good, talking back and forth with the customer, making sure that, they were happy when they left there.
Now he's gonna lose that foot.
Had her work ethics, and I don't think everybody probably, met her work ethic. The right size. I think she looked at herself probably as a mother figure to the young employees that were there. She was 54 years old, and probably viewed herself, as being able to offer advice.
She was a very caring person. She was just a good, genuine, good person.
April 30th was a very typical day, and I talked to her, nearly every day. I love you, Mom, and, talk to you later. And that was the last time I spoke to her.
Stupid. Man, I'm freezing to fuck this guy up. Oh. Yep. 2 out of 3, huh? Man, I fucked him up.
And we were being called in to work. The location, which was on Tolland Turnpike, was actually along my route going from home into the police station. So I actually stopped by the crime scene to take a look on my way into work. We were told it's a homicide. There had been a report that witnesses had heard a car leaving the scene at a fast rate of speed after the shots were heard. Both of the front windows of the vehicle where the victim was situated had been shot out. There was glass everywhere. Victim's vehicle parked in front of the garage, and the victim was slumped over to the right in the front seat of the vehicle. Of course, at this point, it's probably close to midnight, so it was very dark. So, there really wasn't a lot you could see as far as any kind of potential evidence or anything like that. There was the husband of the victim who had, made the call, and one of the pieces of information initially was that when officers arrived, he was in possession of a small caliber handgun, which immediately would put suspicion on him. Was he involved in this incident?
I didn't do anything. What's going on here? I didn't do anything.
He was a person of interest at that point.
Your mother is dead. She was shot last night.
I went down to my knees. I was crying. I was screaming.
How could she have gotten shot? You know, I mean, like it didn't. I couldn't even register. Like, what? Like, are you
Jesus
talking about a
Christ.
drive-by shooting, or I mean, like, what do you mean?
Things like this didn't happen in the world I lived in.
When you have a tragedy like this, it literally breaks your heart.
Lord Jesus Christ, will you please come into my life?
A tornado
Yes.
going around.
Jesus
and
Christ,
around
will you
and
please
around.
come into my life?
All I could think of was it was just a random
Will you,
act.
Jesus?
You know, like, certainly in my wildest dreams would I ever think that it was be anybody that she knew.
We had no idea who the suspects were. You look at it from
Lord Jesus Christ,
strictly a
will you come into my
logistic
life?
point of view is who was the last person
Will
who
you?
was with the victim when this occurred.
Jesus Christ, God, please
At
have me
this
back
point,
as I had
the
you.
last person that we knew of being there
You may have
was the
everything.
husband.
Yes, you may.
And
You
he's
may.
in possession of
Jesus Christ, God, please have me back. If you're real. Jesus Christ, God, please have me back. Jesus Christ, God, please have me back.
Ooh, but if you get home and your ooh is more from you have 100 days to change your mind. That's the VisualWorks difference. VisualWorks, see the difference. There's bacon in the jam. I think mixing the bacon and the jam was genius. Whoever did that is a genius.
Sonic Bacon Jam Cheeseburger. This jam is special.
Their love keeps you and your family centered. This Mother's Day, show your love with a gift from the Center of Me collection. Exclusively at K.
Today, let's paint with Bare Ultra Scuff Defense so that you can live that scuff-free life.
Honey, I'm home.
Honey! Scuff Defense.
Oh, I love our scuff-free life.
Bare Ultra Scuff Defense, exclusively at Home Depot.
Fucking pone. Gonna got rid of that fucking bitch shit.
The Subaru Forester. Dog tested, dog approved. You've been very busy at home lately. It's time you got reacquainted with your massage routine. Massage Envy massages will leave you recharged. Buy one 60-minute massage session and get a second session free. Massage Envy. Keep your body working.
With laser-measured floor liners, no more money.
Now, Kimasabi, that was stupid.
Detect liner for your bed and tailgate. Because you never know when it's going to be a WeatherTech day. And to secure your phone, don't forget the code. Order today at WeatherTech.com. Made right.
That was stupid on my part.
From heartfelt thank yous to motivating your team, promotional products from 4imprint can help your logo create moments that matter. There are thousands of promotional items to explore at 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
Realtor.com put the best search tools in my hands, and that's how I got the
Yeah, he beat me by one piece.
Realtor.com or download the app.
I have filters for everything. Dishwasher, fireplace, definitely hardwood floors.
It makes home buying so much easier.
For Mother's Day, you'd never forget flowers. But here's a way to show Mom some extra love that will last all year.
Give him a little extra treat.
The original WeatherTech cup.
Give him a little extra treat.
Cup holder, it even offers a hand sanitizer holder. While in the home, the WeatherTech desk phone with its 30-mount slip base is designed for easy, hands-free use for any task. Order your American-made cup phone or desk phone at WeatherTech.com.
We are a tax slaying force
We start free.
and get our biggest refund possible. We have the right tools at the right price. And taxes don't stand a chance. Tax Slayer. It's your refund. Go get it.
People are always asking,
Oh my.
what makes Organic Valley milk so much better? It's outside! We give our cows more time outside because happy, healthy cows make better milk. Organic Valley, from outside with love. People are always asking, what makes Organic Valley milk so much better? It's
Damn, I got my ass kicked.
Don't miss the special event series Hometown Takeover. Join the movement. Tonight at 8 on HGTV. Also stream on Discovery Plus.
There's a new destination for all things inspirational. Super Soul has a brand new home on Discovery Plus. I just love being able to have thought-provoking, heart-expanding talks with people who lead fascinating lives.
Damn.
In what ways do you bring the best to each other?
What I'll say, looking back, is that I owe you my life because you've settled me down.
Chip and Joanna Gaines on Super Soul, now on Discovery Plus. Stream what you love.
Oh, I fucked up.
We took Gail's husband, obviously, to police headquarters.
No, I don't.
He described how he had heard his wife come in and started sounding the horn. He said then he heard several pops from, what sounded like gunshots. He said that he ran outside and that there was a person standing next to her car holding a rifle. He described the assailant as a light-skinned black male or Hispanic. And then when he talked to him later, he talked about the person maybe having some type of makeup on. So that was a little bit of a discrepancy that we had to work on.
Ha ha ha! You're gonna lose one of those pieces.
Downstairs, trying to get my gun. He was just very emotional about everything. Just trying to, piece everything together. Everybody was just like, in shock. Just complete shock.
As I'm leaving my house to leave for work, the Channel 3 news is on, and they're saying somebody got shot in Manchester. I look back, and I see Gail got shot.
No.
I was very involved in my church at that time, and people are coming by, and they're like, "We'll take care of things, Mary. What do you need?" I wasn't thinking about what I needed. I was lost. Here I am, a grown adult. I'm 32 years old, and I felt like a child.
My brother was going to college at the time, so we called, and he was like, "What's up?" We just said, "Something's happened to Mom. She's dead." And he just like screamed like this, horrible scream, and we were just like, "Are you gonna be okay? What are you gonna do?" Like, I didn't even know what to do with him at that point. What to even say with him.
Stupid.
Detectives came over, and they're asking us questions, and the thing was, like, I didn't have any answers. I didn't know anything. It was just chaos and nobody being able to figure out anything.
Damn.
Two witnesses that came forward where they described a small vehicle that they observed speeding away from the house. So that would kind of lead us to believe that maybe Doug was telling us the truth with regards to his description of the incident. We knew from the casings from the firearm it was a .22 caliber. I believe the gun that was found
Damn it.
in Doug's possession was a .32 caliber, so it was a different caliber gun. So that in kind of ruled him out as being a person involved. One of the believe that it was somebody that knew her, and that there was some type of animosity there. That was a critical piece of information that we gathered from the medical examiner who did the autopsy. We didn't have a lot of information, a lot of clues. There was no weapon at the crime scene. It was, taken away from the scene by the assailant.
There was no one that I knew of. I didn't know one person that didn't like my mom.
We knew it was going to be a complex investigation.
We started noticing some real weird behavior from my mother. She had these blankets hanging from her curtain rods, covering the curtain. That's weird. That wasn't who my mother was.
You just never know when somebody's looking in your window.
That was a real odd statement because she'd never expressed that to me before. She had a diabetic reaction at work. She fell flat face down, where she was all bruised and her teeth were a little messed up. We got back to her house, and the phone rang.
Just leave me alone. I know what I'm supposed to do.
And it was her coworkers. All of a sudden, her demeanor changed.
Just somebody bothering me about my diabetes.
She never identified who that person was, but I thought it was odd. Things started to make sense. Things started to connect. And unfortunately, it was too late to do anything about it. And that's probably what was the hardest part of it all.
Doug, did you see that?
My mother had been stalked for 6 months.
Damn.
Oh, baby. That looks amazing. Marcos, pizza lovers get it. Audible is the best place to listen. And now with Audible Plus, stream exclusive originals, popular audiobooks, binge-worthy podcasts, and more like our full sleep collection. Stream all you want when you want. Try the new Audible Plus, free for 30 days.
Man, that fucking pisses me off.
Someday I'll ask you a question that will change me forever.
Start your someday with a ring from the Neil Lane collection. Available at K's. Those chips?
Yeah, you're glistening, bro.
When you want that sweet satisfaction of a real chocolate in every bite, Chips Ahoy is here for it. Here for happy.
Food Saver gives you so many ways to keep food flavorful and freezer burn free. Prep delicious meals way ahead of time. Even cook right in the bag. You'll never run out of reasons to use it. Keep food fresh up to 5 times longer with Food Saver.
Feeling sluggish or weighed down? It could be a sign that your digestive system isn't working at its best. Taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil psyllium fiber gels to trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. It also helps lower cholesterol and slow sugar absorption to promote healthy blood sugar levels. So you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil, support your daily digestive health. And try Metamucil Fiber Thins. A great tasting and easy way to start your day.
The campus HGTV event is here.
The first ever hometown takeover. We're taking on 12.
Whoo! He almost asked me up.
My shop is almost closing.
We know the struggle.
It's a new beginning.
British Direct Lifeline.
Don't miss the special event series Hometown Takeover. Join the movement. Tonight at 8 on HGTV. Also stream on Discovery Plus. Even Roberto to be married. I love her.
Let's get that whore out of here.
Seeking Sister Wife, all new. Monday at 8 on TLC. It's streaming on Discovery Plus.
We are so excited for Discovery Plus because it has all of our favorite shows in one place.
Verizon is offering new and current customers Discovery Plus
on us. Get cooking and home design shows, plus exclusive originals, all ad-free on unlimited plans, starting at just $35.
Damn.
I'm married. That's not my husband. God.
Tonight on TLC.
What's the occasion?
After all of this time, I wish that they would just give him a chance.
Coming to America, you should not look for a handout.
I'm so over it.
It's unbearable that I haven't seen my family in over 8 months.
I've done everything without you. This marriage is not gonna work.
Happily Ever After, all new, tonight at 8 on TLC. Can't wait, stream it now on Discovery Plus.
There's a new destination for all things inspirational. Super Soul has a brand new home on Discovery Plus. I just love being able to have thought-provoking, heart-expanding talks with people who lead fascinating lives. In what ways do you bring the best to each other?
What I'll say, looking back, is that I owe you my life because you settled me down.
Chip and Joanna Gaines on Super Soul, now on Discovery Plus. Stream what you love.
My mother had been stalked for 6 months. It really became a whole frightening nightmare.
I don't understand how this could all happen without us knowing. Or why she didn't, why she felt helpless and that she couldn't, reach out to somebody.
There were some. But I didn't see them. And mostly because my mother didn't want me to see them.
One of the areas where you would look first would be where she works. Did Gail have any enemies? Who would their enemies be? We did a lot of interviews that first morning, 50 or 60 people, maybe more than that. I don't recall the exact number.
They brought me back in the room.
A assistant manager was upset over the fact that Gail had been killed, and it appeared as though he wanted to help out in the investigation. And he had come forward with information.
If he falls for that, he's stupid.
Do you have any idea who it was? And I said, yes, Tyrone.
I hope he takes my root right here so I can get his ass in checkmate.
Because of something that he did a couple of weeks ago.
The story was that this other employee, who he identified as Tyrone Montgomery,
Damn.
apparently had suffered a flat tire in his vehicle.
You okay?
Got flat.
Oh.
Can I get it right?
Stupid.
Started explaining to me that when she went to pick him up, he got in the car. He pulls out a gun.
Man, this guy's stupid.
See how easy it would be for me to hijack you? Don't worry. It's not real.
That is not funny, Tyrone.
So you need to be more careful. This is just a BB gun.
Get out.
What?
Get out!
You said you'd give me a ride.
I said, get out of here. It's not
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I said, Gail, do you want me to say anything to him? And she said, no, I don't want you to say anything to him. I'll take care of it. And I said, you sure? You don't want to go to the police or anything like that. And she said, no, I'll take care of it. So I left it alone.
All right, this is the notebook that I kept throughout my investigation. That was our first information regarding Tyrone, which began to focus the investigation on him as a potential suspect. Apparently, the gun was a BB gun that Tyrone borrowed from his brother. What it did was it gave us a path to take in our investigation. We should start looking at this person more closely.
Damn.
Of course, at this point, we wanted to talk to Tyrone.
I want a fucking rematch.
The fact that he doesn't show up for work, could be an indication that, there's something else going on there.
I swear by Holy Ghost,
Tyrone
she's
just went
not
to
the
the
same
top of our
card.
list of
If
persons of
there's hope
interest.
and I don't win. I do.
People talked about
I do.
how Tyrone had been fixated with Gail Isley and how he had talked to people about how he wanted to date her.
I really think we might be able to have something. I mean, I like older women.
We heard a rumor that Gail had made a complaint because Tyrone is harassing her at the store.
No, Tyrone, would you please leave me alone?
To the point where management had moved them into different departments at the store.
The name didn't really mean much to me. When he told me it was a coworker, wow. And then, the age of the coworker, it really, blew my mind. Because my mother was 54.
Damn it!
He was 25 years old. My mother was married. Had grown children, grandchildren.
They had a contracted security officer who would sit in the parking lot at night, and just to make sure that nothing occurred there. And he spoke about seeing Tyrone often at night, sitting in his vehicle waiting for Gail to get off work. Indication that he may have been stalking her prior to the murder occurring.
A lot of people at the department store knew what was going on. The security guard would say, he's waiting for you in the parking lot again.
To think that things were happening to that degree that people at that store knew, and nobody ever said anything.
God damn it.
Why isn't anybody doing anything about that? This is what I didn't understand. But because I had no experience in this world, I really didn't know what to do with any of this.
A detective was sent out to Tyrone's house. There was a small vehicle parked at the house. And what we knew from our witnesses that were driving on Collin Turnpike was
Damn
the
son
vehicle
of
that
a
was
bitch.
observed speeding away from the scene was a small vehicle. One of the things we decided to do was to seize the vehicle. We began to look at getting a search warrant for his house as well to see if there was any potential evidence there.
Damn it.
Several pieces of information that we had to solidify for the case.
I learned that the gun had been purchased from the same store they both worked at.
The manager of the gun department had altered paperwork to hide the fact that he had sold the gun to Tyrone. That became a crucial piece, that there was somebody in the store trying to cover up the sale of this firearm to Tyrone.
Your department. Raphael. It's me, Tyrone.
I'm saying to myself, this dude got a nerve to be on the phone talking to me.
Why call me? Tell me that she's not dead.
Seemed like he was crying, that he couldn't take it anymore. And it was just like, okay, this guy should win an Oscar for, sounding like that.
Raphael, please, just tell me. Tell me that she's okay. Yeah?
And it kind of pissed me off. And I'm saying to myself, this dude is think I'm stupid or something. That has the audacity to say, something like that, knowing that he probably did it.
Someday I'll ask you a question that will change me forever.
Start your Sunday with a ring from the Neil Lane collection. Available at K.
The new DQ Summer Blizzard menu will take you right into summer with out-of-this-world brownie batter, iconic drumstick with peanuts, and an all-new lineup for the summer you crave. The new DQ Summer Blizzard menu. Summer's best moments. One bite away. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
If you have obstructive sleep apnea and you're often tired during the day, you could be missing out on amazing things. Synosi can help you stay awake for them. Once daily Synosi improves wake
adults with excessive daytime sleepiness due to obstructive sleep apnea. Sunosi worked for up to 9 hours at 12 weeks in a clinical study. Sunosi does not treat the cause of OS, however, take the place of your CPAP. Continue to use any treatments or devices as prescribed by your doctor. Don't take Sunosi if you've taken an MAOI in the last 14 days. Sunosi may increase blood pressure and heart rate, which can increase your risk of heart attack, stroke, heart failure, or death. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure. Sunosi can cause symptoms such as anxiety, problems sleeping, irritability, and agitation. Other common side effects include headache, nausea, and decreased appetite. Tell your doctor if you develop any of these, as your dose may need to be adjusted or stopped. Amazing things happen during the day. Sunosi can help you stay awake for whatever amazes you. Visit Sunosi.com and talk to your doctor about Sunosi today.
Anything your wild child does, Pampers Cruisers 360 Fit can too. With a stretchy waistband and adaptive 360 Fit, so they can move the way they were born to. Pampers Cruisers 360 Fit.
Facing Hollywood's all hype, new Olay Collagen Peptide 24. With derm-recommended peptides, hydrates better than the $400 cream for visibly firmer skin. Olay. Face anything.
Missing your favorite shows can be emotional.
I've teared up. I'm saying something feels wrong.
Don't stress, there's a solution. You'll be fine! Suddenlink is there with free on demand. Just go to On Demand, select free on demand, and pick your category.
That's what this show's all about, baby.
And enjoy free on demand with Suddenlink.
And if your Discovery Plus has all our favorites in one place.
Verizon is offering new and current customers Discovery Plus on us. Get cooking and home design shows, plus exclusive originals, all ad-free on unlimited plans, starting at just $35. Only from Verizon.
The campus HGTV event is here.
The first ever hometown takeover. We're taking on 12 major renovations.
Help one small town build a brighter future.
My shop is on the verge of closing.
We know the struggle.
It's a new beginning.
British Throughout the Lifeline.
Don't miss the special event series Hometown Takeover. Join the movement. Tonight at 8 on HGTV. Also stream on Discovery Plus.
Shoot up on me. It's me, Tyrone. Supposedly he just found out that Gail was dead. So which kind of didn't make no sense to me because I figured that he's the one that shot her. I can cope without her. She can't be dead, right? So he said, I can't believe it. So then I said, where are you at? And he tells me I'm at the hospital. I turned myself in because I had a nervous breakdown. I think because of what happened to Gail. Then, you know, as we were talking, he tells me that he likes women. And that he finally told his parents that he was gay. So it was just a little bit confusing.
Son of a bitch.
So I said, listen, you know, take care of yourself. Hello? Hello, off the phone. I'm just in a maze and shock because he's trying to use me as
Damn.
a guide, telling me that he's in the hospital.
Man, that's stupid.
When we learned that Tyrone was at the hospital in Hartford, that was early afternoon. I remember it was rush hour because we head over there rather quickly. You know, it was one of those kind of lights and siren type of run. But I remember we had to go through rush hour traffic, which slowed us up a bit. And when we got to the hospital, we learned that he had just missed him, that he had been transferred by ambulance to another hospital.
Shit, I'll be back.
He said that hospital was rather interesting, and again, it was another piece of information. He had said something that he felt like killing himself because someone very close to him had just died. He was transferred from St. Francis to Cedar Crest Hospital, which is a hospital that treated mentally ill patients. We felt reasonably sure that we had the right person responsible for this crime. We told Tyrone up front that we felt he was responsible for killing Gail. chances are that they're going to be upset, and they're going to, be very vocal as to why they're innocent. And he displayed none of that.
I bought a gun, but I don't have it anymore.
We asked him where the gun was.
I sold it to some dude in Hartford.
Which we really didn't believe. I sat down and I just kind of got a little close to Tyrone and said, listen, Tyrone, I said, I don't think you meant to kill Gail. I think it was something that happened. I don't think it was premeditated. And tell me, was this just a crime of passion? And at that point, his eyes kind of teared up a little bit, and he became very quiet and just ended the interview at that point right there. We asked about the clothing. We were told that it had been washed, except for his boots. It looked as though there was a piece of glass embedded in one of the shoelaces on the top of one boot, as well as some glass embedded in the tread of another boot. At the crime scene, there was glass all over the place. We fully anticipated that there would be some transfer of glass, from the person who did this as he left the crime scene. Gail's husband was telling us the truth with regards to his description of the incident. That ruled him out as a potential suspect in this. We thought Tyrone was the right person here. We're going in the right direction with our investigation. The first thing that we did after we had conducted the interview was to search Tyrone's house and execute that search warrant. We discovered, in looking in the basement of the house, was that he had constructed kind of a makeshift shooting gallery where he had been test firing the firearm. And we found several .22 caliber casings that were similar. They appeared to be the same, and it's a good piece of evidence, but we had no clear proof that...
One more game. If I get my ass kicked, I get my ass kicked. Fuck this shit. No.
We looked for those, we didn't find them, but what we did find was an invoice showing the books he had purchased from some publishing.
My long arms have got to do my exercises next.
Some type of disguises, makeup, and things like that.
No. No.
Would have explained about what Doug had said when he saw the person standing outside the vehicle that night. Now we have something that we believe is in Tyrone's handwriting. A love poem.
No.
I know it never happened, so I treasure the time I spent with you.
A person called Pete went with Tyrone to do a surveillance.
You're the sweetest person.
No.
However many another, that's a sure bet. Yes. You are my first love. So in the next life, we'll be together, and I'll treat you like a dove. I'll hate to see the day that we're apart. We'll keep in touch because you will always have a piece of my heart.
About handwriting in his house, and were able to get Tyrone's employment application. They were analyzed by a handwriting expert who said that the handwriting on the notes was in fact Tyrone Montgomery's handwriting. We did find some glass fragments in the vehicle. One of the things...
Get that whore out of here.
In the ashtray, there was one note had been burned, and then there was a couple that he had attempted to burn.
They found some things pertaining to her being diabetic.
It talked about bringing medication for Gail, for her, I believe she was diabetic and she needed insulin.
And I believe an ice pick, I think.
Okay, this is a note that we found in
Damn.
the search of Tyrone Montgomery's vehicle.
Son of a bitch.
It reads, Monday, get liquid latex, white makeup,
Son of a
Made
bitch.
duct tape to tie a dog's mouth. Have a big brown knife and arm-up jacket. Have a stun gun and bag.
Son of a bitch.
Find opening to garage because that's where she comes through. Park car in Strawberry's park.
Son of a bitch.
Come up with an excuse.
That fucking
Like she
pisses
left
me
her
off.
and I'm returning her cake dish. She made a cake for me and my fiance. You guys are invited to the wedding. Put clear Scotch tape around your fingertips. Get a fake beard and mustache. Wear shoes. Buy a hat. Excuse you want to buy the car. Wipe down all weapons. Get an ice pick from the grocery store. Get him subdued and stick the ice pick through his ear. So that was all part of one note that was found in Tyrone's vehicle. It talked about overpowering her husband and forcing her into the vehicle, that type of thing. So it appeared to be a plan where he had looked at killing Gail's husband and then kidnapping Gail. You find tape and an ice pick. It shows that he's gone beyond just fantasizing, that he's actually looking to, carry out what he had written up in his notes. We knew that these were crucial pieces of evidence. We didn't realize, all of the significance of why he had done this until, we had used that invoice and had obtained the books that Tyrone had sent away for. These books that he had purchased and read about how to commit a murder and things like that, he had used in his plot to commit this crime.
His plan was to kidnap my mother and kill my stepfather, and then I don't know, what the heck he thought he was going to do after that.
This was so senseless. Because there was no end goal. This wasn't going to work out.
I just couldn't believe that my mom was in this situation.
If I had a fear, there was other people out there that we didn't yet know of. I believe there was information that Tyrone had allegedly hired to hit
Son of a bitch.
The campus HGTV event is here.
Son of a bitch. Fuck you.
Help one small town build a brighter future.
My shop is on the verge of closing. We know the struggle. It's a new beginning. Produce the rest of lifeline.
Don't miss the special event series Hometown Takeover. Join the
Fuck
movement.
you.
Tonight at 8 on HGTV. Also stream on Discovery Plus.
Discovery Plus is here, and people are singing our praises. The rave reviews are rolling in, and we're feeling the love.
Every flavor you crave and all your faves.
Yeah, it's that good. Discovery Plus starts streaming today.
Like many people with moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease, I was there. Be right back. But my symptoms were keeping me from where I needed to be. So I talked to my doctor and learned Humira is for people who have UC or Crohn's disease. And Humira helps people achieve remission that can last, so you can experience few or no symptoms.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections. Serious and sometimes fatal infections, including tuberculosis and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB,
Damn.
HSV, or prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Be there for you and them. Ask your gastroenterologist about Humira. With Humira, remission is possible.
This burger could perform miracles. This burger could save relationships.
This isn't your normal cheeseburger. You all of a sudden have bacon jam on it. You're like, wow, compliments to the chef. Who threw this together? Sonic Bacon Jam Cheeseburger.
Elevated flavors.
Yep.
With relapsing forms of MS, there's a lot to deal with. Not just unpredictable relapses, all these other things too. Who needs that kind of drama? Kinston is a once-monthly at-home injection that may help you
Kinston was proven superior at reducing the rate of relapses, active lesions, and slowing disability progression versus Aubagio. Don't take Kinston if you have hepatitis B, and tell your doctor if you have had it, as it could come back. Kinston can cause serious side effects, including infections. While no cases of PML were reported in RMS clinical trials, it could happen. Tell your doctor if you had or plan to have vaccines, or if you are or plan to become pregnant. Kinston may cause a decrease in some types of antibodies. The most common side effects are upper respiratory tract infection, headache, and injection reactions.
Stupid.
It's time to ask your doctor about Kinston.
Maybe not.
Dramatic results, less RMS drama.
Someday I'll ask you a question that will change me forever.
Son of a bitch.
Someday with a ring from the Neil Lane collection. Available at K. Belvita, the dip it, sip it breakfast biscuit. Dip it, sip it. Belvita biscuit. Dip it, sip it. Belvita biscuit. Double dip it, double sip it. Belvita biscuit. Make every morning delicious with Belvita. Did you know that every single flush flings odors onto your soft surfaces? Then they get released back into the air, so you smell them later. Ew, right? That's why Febreze created small spaces. Press firmly and watch it get to work.
Son of a bitch.
Unlike the leading comb, small spaces continuously eliminates odors in the air and on surfaces, so they don't come back for 45 days. Just imagine what it can do with other odors.
Hi, I'm John Fiorentino, inventor of the Moon Pod, the most comfortable beanbag on the planet. The first beanbag was created in 1969. It was just a clump of cheap foam stuffed inside of a shapeless cloth. So about 50 years later, I reinvented the beanbag.
No.
Moon Pod
No.
uses zero-gravity custom-made technology that instantly adapts to your individual body shape. With its 3 dynamic relaxation positions, Moon Pod is unlike anything you've ever felt before. So join us today and experience Moon Pod, the most comfortable place in the universe.
Only 9% of plastic is recycled, no matter how much we put in our recycling bins. And up to 24 billion pounds of it enters the ocean every year. GrowCo plastic-free household cleaners are designed to keep your home clean and solve the single-use plastic problem. Sustainably powerful for a healthy home and planet. Choose your restarter set today.
I'm married. That's not my husband. God.
Tonight on TLC.
What's the occasion?
After all of this time, I wish that they would just give him a chance.
Coming to America? You should not look for a handout. It's unbearable that I haven't seen my family in over 8 months.
I've done everything without you. This marriage is not gonna work.
Happily Ever After. All new. Tonight at 8 on TLC. Can't wait. Stream it now on Discovery Plus. Discovery Plus is here. And people are singing our praises.
They invented
Great
porn
reviews
for
are
that.
rolling in, and we're feeling the love.
Every flavor you crave and all your faves.
Discovery Plus is the real deal. So what are you waiting for? See what all the buzz is about. 55,000 episodes, over 200 originals, countless 5-star reviews, starting at only $4.99. Discovery Plus starts streaming today.
We knew we had the right person. We had an arrest warrant in hand. We knew that he was locked up in a hospital. So we continued to investigate and look at things and follow up on information.
They had enough evidence linking him to the murder. They had strong belief he had help, but they were having a hard time connecting the dots to those individuals.
We began talking to all the employees. One coworker knew Pete. Pete is the person who Tyrone attempted to hire to kill Doug Isley. I think it was $150 up front to get involved in this. His intention was never to kill Doug. It was just,
Fucking pieces on the way.
Hey guys, it's Tyrone. A nurse overheard him talking to someone. He made a comment to the person on the phone. The police asked you. I was with you all night. So, he was beginning to set up his alibi at that point. I believe it was in August. A mother had found a gun that her son hidden in the basement.
Son of
the
a
weapon.
bitch.
Shot Gail.
Son of a bitch.
Confrontation with Tyrone and obviously.
Thank you.
At which point Tyrone exits and leaves the property in his vehicle.
I did go to the trial every day. It was about 2 weeks long.
Tyrone,
Damn it.
he was quiet. He didn't say a word.
You know, now the jury
God
has the
damn it.
Or
God damn it.
it took.
You know, I was a little surprised that it took 4 days. I could have heard a pin drop.
God damn
You
it.
know, and when you heard those words, guilty,
Shit.
you were like, good.
Shit. God damn it.
So we recently celebrated the 20th anniversary. It's one thing she was good at was bringing them together.
God damn it.
In some shape or form, we've all managed to stay together. I would just say to her, you know, it's killing me that I'm never going to see you again.
God damn it.
So I would just love to see you again.
She was a very demanding person, and she wanted perfection.
Sorry, thank you. I don't suppose you see my tennis bracelet area.
She trusted people. They trusted the wrong person.
We started getting suspicion that something was very wrong.
At the moment, sir, we're treating this as a missing persons case.
She said, this man is going to hurt me. I'm scared to death of this guy.
Doesn't surprise me anymore how people that it would seem someone could trust eventually would turn on you.
I knew that fucking shit was gonna happen.
See, the trick with this is to make it look colorful, so when you get a heavy one, it's so pretty.
Lisa is my stepsister, and I've known her since I was 6 years old. It was always just a really, really good time with her. She always had something going on. Lisa opened up her floral shop in around 2008. It was just something to give her, something to do, no lecture income, and explore her talent. She had already gone through this big nasty divorce, and she was starting a new life for herself.
Yeah. Now we could just have one without
Lisa saw the world differently than anybody else, and she could see a vase and go, flowers this color need to be in this vase inside this ring. And it worked. Every single time it would work. She just had that eye. It was a hobby that she turned into a money-making deal. And she had some good people. I mean, some very good people working for her.
We're getting close to the reopening. It will be flawless.
She started telling me about a lady by the name of Lena. And then she started telling me a guy named Sam. And I met Lorenzo Sam at the flower shop. He was kind of the muscle behind everything. Mainly he did a lot of the heavy stuff for her. And we got along great. You know, we got along really good. And Lisa just adored him. He always said, wow, your sister's so awesome. You know, she's really nice.
Lisa trusted everybody that she worked with, and nobody there, again, I knew them, nobody there ever had any reason for us not to trust them.
July 6, 2010, she was not feeling well.
So sorry, don't feel so good. I need to go home.
She was very pale, she was in pain, she was constantly...
Ha 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 ha! You're gonna lose it, one of those pieces.
Take her home, she didn't want to. She said, I'll be fine, I can drive home.
Okay, tomorrow. No problem.
Get that fucking whore out of here.
When I went to work on July the 7th, by 10 o'clock, I noticed that she was not in the shop and that there was no phone call from her.
Something is wrong with your phone. You can't hold when you have a chance.
By noontime, I haven't heard anything. 1 o'clock in the afternoon, nothing. It came to 5 o'clock, no word from Lisa. So I called back again. It's like there was nothing there. The second day, I come back to work, the same thing. I opened the shop. I waited until 10 o'clock, no Lisa. By then, the lady the next door, and she asked me, did you hear from Lisa? Have you heard anything? No, nothing. And I am really worried at this point. So she said, I tell you what, Lena, I will go to her house, and I will find out. She went to her house. She knocked on the door. There was no answer. Then she got really worried because for all of us, she was at home. There was a point that my coworker Liam called me and asked me if I have heard that Lisa was missing. And I said, no, I haven't heard anything. We started getting suspicious that something was very wrong. I spoke with Lisa's mom and I told her I haven't heard anything.
My stepmom called me, and I was telling her how they cannot get hold of Lisa. I honestly thought she's left. I told her, I said, she just left for a couple of days, I'm sure. I said, Lisa's got a habit of doing that every once in a while. And my stepmom said, yes, but she would have told me. I said, what if she was, they said she went home sick, right? She said, yeah. I said, okay, what if she's still sick? And just the worst case scenario was she was laying there going, oh, I'm too sick to get up. You know? No, that's not bad. Something's going on. I get to her house, and I walk in. Lisa, you here? Her purse is there. Her cell phone's there. Her keys. It looked like she's walked in and set things down. That's what it looked like. And I'm like, well, that's odd. So I start calling her name. Lisa?
Well, I'm fixing to fuck your whore up.
She did tell me a lot of times that she had to hide in there because she heard noises tell you lots of times. If something happens, I'll never forget that. Not 3 times.
You have no choice but to lose your whore.
It was empty.
I forced you to lose your queen.
Around some more, and I was like, nothing's out of the ordinary. He said, but that, Sheriff,
And then your asshole is gonna be in checkmate.
wallet, her cell phone,
Bitch.
here. That's the pride.
Wow. So I had to catch the woman. She was cute.
And he goes, oh, something is wrong. I'll have a detective call you first thing in the morning. Thank you. I said to her that night, I was thinking, if I sleep in here, when she comes home, she'll go, oh,